This is a Ukrainian-made ASU-1 Valkirja unmanned aerial vehicle. It can stay in the sky for an hour and a half and cover a distance of up to 40 kilometers. The kit includes 2 interchangeable boards, a set of batteries for them, a laptop with software, cameras, memory cards and antennas.
Altitude. You can fly 700 meters up and also conduct reconnaissance or adjustments depending on the board. There are those which are just for additional reconnaissance. They fly around, take photos, and the person does the deciphering. There are those which simply fly, find the target, and then artillery is working on it.
Valkirja's cruising speed is 17 meters per second. With its help, Ukrainian military personnel even reached enemy positions beyond the temporarily occupied Bakhmut.
From the latter, we found tanks and cannon artillery. This cluster was beyond Bakhmut. It happened that they flew beyond Bakhmut itself. Mavic flies a maximum of 3 kilometers, and in order to make the adjustment, it must also have a good zoom. To avoid draining the battery too much, it should fly in and use zoom. That's it. 15 minutes to hold the picture and get back. But with this UAV, if we find a target not too far away, then we can circle over the target for 20-30 minutes, over and fix it. We can set a certain radius, and it will simply circle over and hold the picture for adjustments.
The big advantage of the Ukrainian development is that the Valkirja is more resistant to enemy electronic warfare.
Electronic warfare has an effect, but it is more stable than others. It can fly itself along a given road, and then there's a connection, we can see it. Or sometimes we cannot control it, but still have the video. There are many nuances. It also depends on the weather.
Запуск.
We worked with Mavic and Matrix drones, we worked with Furies, we had German UAVs, Vector. In terms of electronic warfare, yes, it affects them. If other boards lose control under electronic warfare, they can fall. Everything simply stops working. You don't understand where the drone is, then Valkirja will still return, even if they manage to jam the signal.
In 6 months of working with the Valkirjas, the unit has not yet lost a single UAV, says the serviceman.
We fly out for reconnaissance. If we find something, like we've recently found a position of the mortar, we worked on it, it happened. We found even a BM-21 Grad. We went out and worked on it. In general, we find a lot of such stuff. Previously, they were a little daring. They used tanks to hit us, but we found the enemy's tanks as well.
February the 24th marked 2 years since Grigory defended his homeland from Russian occupiers. He went through Irpin, Bucha, the Kharkiv region and is now serving in the Bakhmut direction. He was in a rifle unit but recently transferred to pilots. He says this work is more interesting.
All my life I dreamed of flying. I can't say that it was better or worse there or better or worse here. It's just more interesting. It's more straightforward, but here you need to think more with your head. Actually, it is interesting. You can see the result of your work. When you see enemy equipment and enemy offensive, you understand that you are useful. When the guys hit the targets you provided, you feel quite useful.
Pilots can raise the Valkirja drone to 5 times in a day in good weather. A 4K camera with 10-fold zoom and the possibility of thermal imaging for night civilians have proven themselves perfectly in the Bakhmut direction, where Russian invaders try to storm Ukrainian positions using armored and heavy equipment every day. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Anastasia Volkova, UATV News.